Joining us for this football story is Dante Gibson, a Calgary Colts. How you doing, Dante?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great.
I
How are
want
you?
you to unlock some of those memories going back to when you were a kid. Tell me where your football story began.
Well, it all started with me in Detroit. I was in the PAL league. My dad was like, "You're too big to be not playing football, so you're gonna have to get on that field." At first, I didn't like it, so I was like, I was really resilient. But then when I got on the field for the first time and saw like all the people hitting like above me, like the older kids, I was like, I want to be like them. So then, yeah, I just started playing ever since then.
And dad kept you in it, kind of kept pushing you to be in the game.
Yeah.
Are you happy about that? Are you happy with dad pushing you in?
At first, I was resilient, but as soon as I got older, I realized that like the game was awesome, and like I'm happy he did it.
Was there a moment or a game or even seeing something on TV that clicked for you like, okay, I want to stick with football for a little while?
I was watching those highlights of Barry Sanders when I was a kid, and I always wanted to be a running back, but my coach said I was too talented to play any other position
So you're
than D
from
line.
Windsor, is that correct?
Yes, I'm from Windsor, Ontario.
So you get that Detroit Lion influence there.
Yeah. We almost went all the way this time. We almost went all the way this time. This time.
Were you allowed to play any other sports growing up? You said your dad said you're big, you got to get into the game. Was there any other sports growing up?
I forced myself to play basketball because I
Any
wanted
good?
to get some conditioning in.
And any good? Were you good? Were you a star?
I was amazing. I had 0 points, 0 rebounds, and 0 assists at all times.
You were consistent at least.
I was consistent. No one could score on me though. So
So defensive specialist, you stayed at the backcourt and you just blocked shots and got in people's way, right?
exactly.
And that kind of translated over the football field because you were on the defensive side, were you not?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it helped a lot with the lateral movements and staying
Yeah.
in
So
front of people.
after basketball, did you feel you were getting a bit quicker, being able to move your feet and go from side to side a little easier?
A lot more coordination, yes.
Yeah. So an NFL guy growing up, I would imagine, living in the Detroit area, watching the Lions. Did CFL ever get into your bloodstream?
Ah, yes, it did. It did. It's mainly because a lot of my mentors are on the CFL. So yeah.
When you played as a kid, were there a team? Do you remember a team, a level that you were playing at that was just it really stands out above all the other teams and kids players that you played with?
Can you repeat that question again, please?
Is there a team or a kids team that you were on when you were growing up that really stands out? What was your favorite team that you played on as a
The
kid?
Rebels. The Rebels.
Why the Rebels?
They're all the coaching staff that I had there, they were really like good at developing a character besides just a football player, and like teaching us like that there's more life besides football, and
Mhm.
like knowing that education is very important, and like having those resources to have the reach outs to get those um, supports were really big for me.
What level was the Rebels? Was it high school? Was it before high school?
It was before high school. It was like a community league.
Okay. And then you played football in high school, did you not?
Yes, I played for Notre Dame.
Okay. Also on the defensive line, or did you ever get to dabble on the offensive line?
For one game against St. Francis, I was an O lineman for one game, and I pummeled them. So yeah,
Did you enjoy it? Did you say, hey, coach, I want to play another one on that side?
yeah, I did. I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. It felt good taking revenge on them.
It's an interesting story that you have because you played football all your life. Now you're coming back into the sport. Tell us about what happened when the world shut down. You kind of shut down football wise too, didn't you?
yes, I was dealing with a lot of like mental issues and physical health issues and like family issues all combining together, not helping with the pandemic. So I just turned my back on football and trying to like rehabilitate myself as a person and changing my character and reevaluating all the things that I've accomplished and want to accomplish again in my life.
You've gone through so much, it sounds like, and coming back into football, do you think that'll make you a stronger player and a person and a leader on the field?
Well, what I'm happy about it is, right, I came back a stronger person before I even came back to football.
Hmm.
But now that I'm seeing those translations of becoming a better person, now I'm able to become a better leader for the younger kids that are in my team. And I'm also able to have a stronger mind and have a callous of having those situations that I've had to go through, not stack up to anything around the football like atmosphere where I can handle all the situations on the football field without having any type of batting an eye.
Yeah. Yeah, and so many players go through so many things that are kind of behind closed doors. And when you tell your story, you're going to welcome people into your world to try to help them go through whatever issues they're going through. Is that something that you want to take on?
Oh, exactly. I love helping people, and because I had a mentor that was a football player. Justin Renfrew helped me a lot with my mental problems. So he was always there for me, and like it showed that like football is more than just a game.
Now, let me
It's a
ask you,
community.
Calgary Colts going into your last year of CJFL eligibility from Windsor. So, how do you go from Windsor to Calgary? Take me through that bridge.
Well, I grew up in Calgary. I just was
Okay.
born in Windsor. Yeah. So
Oh,
yeah. So I basically like the coaching staff. I trusted the coaching staff that's there right now. They're really good guys, really good coaches, really good men. They make sure that they watch out for everyone that they are with.
mhm.
Uh, but like the transition to like the pressure added of only having 1 year of eligibility just so I can even have a college career is a lot, but it's nothing that I can't handle.
Yeah. So, why come back to football? Why choose now to come back to the Colts and the CJFL?
So, well, I was going through all those times of like in like COVID and stuff. I gained 200 pounds. I was 500 pounds. I'm
Wow.
currently 280 pounds.
Good for
So
you.
yeah, it took me 2 years to get that off. But and then I was like, okay, I want to continue like health and fitness, but I also want to come back because I know I have 1 more year left of eligibility. So I talked to Coach DC and I was like, Coach, I want to just make it one more time. I just want to have fun one more time. I don't care if I get to play again. I just want to have one more time just to be on the field.
That's incredible. And
Yeah,
he said, "Yeah, come on back, Dante."
yeah, he did.
Yeah. What about your
Yeah.
footwork and your speed? So you had the basketball when you were younger to get you through a little bit of speed and footwork. Now coming back into the game, do you have to work extra harder on the field and in the gym
No,
to
no,
try to
I'm more
make?
athletic than I've ever been. That's a guarantee. I'm more athletic than I've ever been.
Yeah.
I've always been like, even when I was big, I've always been faster and stronger than everyone else. But now that I lost weight and I have the stamina, I'm able to keep it up at a higher pace.
Wow.
So yeah,
That's exciting. We're excited to see you on the field in the
I'm
CGF.
excited too. I can't
Yeah.
wait to show y'all.
Now you also not only getting ready for your last year of football in the CGFL, but you're a student athlete. You're going to SAIT. What are you taking at SAIT? What are you doing?
I'm taking film and production. It's going well. I love it. I've been creating a big network for myself, so that's also helping with football and scouting as well. So
Sure. And a little acting maybe on your horizon, Dante?
yeah, yeah, definitely a lot of acting. A lot of acting is coming. A lot of acting.
So, how does this football story continue for you? You're part of the Colts this year in the CJFL. It's your last year. Do you want to continue with football? Is this just this one last year having fun with the guys and then moving into film?
No, it's straight up business. I want to continue football.
Okay.
Yeah, it's straight up business. I've been working my butt off. I've been training. I've been training day and night to play football
Will
so I
you
can
be
play at a high
nervous?
level.
Will you be nervous, you think, that first game when you put the pads back
No,
on? And no?
it's the same as when I was a kid. It was the same as when I was a kid. The
Yeah.
same as when I was a kid. I've been playing football my whole life. It's not going to change just because I haven't played for 3 years.
You want to tell coach that you can be a running back and you can move like Barry Sanders?
Now I can technically, like, I'm probably like, yeah, I'm as fast as them. So
Dante, it's a great story. You shared so much. Thanks for doing this. It's a great football story, and we'll see you on the field before you know it.
thank you so much. I really enjoyed this conversation that we had.